Discovering the pulse of money and trends. In the world of finance and investment, having a steady stream of passive income can be a key factor in ensuring long-term financial stability. With the ongoing talk of high inflation and a possible recession, many investors are seeking ways to boost their portfolios with reliable sources of income. This is where dividends come into play. Dividend stocks or funds offer the opportunity to earn a steady income from some of the strongest companies in the economy. In this video, we will be discussing 10 of the best dividend stocks to consider for your portfolio and the different ways to invest in them. Investing in dividend stocks and funds. When it comes to receiving regular dividend payments, there are two main options available: dividend stocks and funds. Investing in a dividend stock is similar to investing in any other stock. You will need to open a brokerage account through an online broker, which can be done with ease. Once you have funded your account, you can select the dividend stocks you wish to invest in. Your broker may also offer research services that can help you identify stocks with high dividend yields. If you're unsure about which dividend stocks to select, a dividend fund may be a better option for you. Mutual funds and ETFs that focus on dividends hold a diverse portfolio of stocks that pay dividends. Some of these funds focus on high-yield dividend stocks, while others look for companies that have a consistent history of paying and growing their dividends over time. By investing in a dividend fund, you don't have to keep track of individual stocks, as the diversification offered by the fund should protect you from excessive exposure to a single stock. Dividend stock recommendations. Here are 10 of the best dividend stocks to consider for your portfolio, along with their yield and annual dividend information as of January 2023. VF Corporation, VFC, is a company that owns several well-known apparel and footwear brands such as the North Face, Timberland, and Vans. Despite some challenges in recent times, including declining revenue and rising inventory levels, leading to an increase in product discounts, the company has consistently paid a regular dividend for over a decade. With a current dividend yield of 6.7% and an annual dividend of $2.04, VFC is still a worthwhile investment for those seeking additional income. Devon Energy, DVN, is a leading producer of oil and natural gas and holds a portfolio of oil and gas properties in the U.S. based in Oklahoma City. The company's primary focus is to generate a competitive shareholder return in line with its peers in the industry. With a dividend yield of 8.4% and an annual dividend of $5.40, DVN is an attractive investment option for those seeking high dividend returns. Dow Inc., DOW, is a chemical company involved in the production of various chemicals used across several industries. The company operates several segments, including packaging and specialty plastics, industrial intermediates and infrastructure, performance materials, and coatings. Headquartered in Midland, Michigan, Dow has a dividend yield of 4.8% and an annual dividend of $2.80. International Business Machines, IBM, is one of the largest tech companies in the U.S. and generates over two-thirds of its revenue from software and consulting services. Based in Armonk, New York, IBM has a long and consistent history of paying dividends, having done so for over 100 consecutive years. With a dividend yield of 4.7% and an annual dividend of $6.60, IBM is a lucrative investment option for those looking for a steady source of income. Verizon Communications, VZ, is a leading player in the communications and technology services sector. Along with AT&T and T-Mobile, the company provides a majority of mobile phone services in the U.S. with a revenue of over $135 billion in 2022. Verizon has a dividend yield of 6.6% and an annual dividend of $2.61 per share. AT&T is another significant player in the telecommunications sector and generates substantial cash flow for its shareholders. However, the company has recently divested some assets and cut its dividend by nearly half, focusing instead on 5G investments and paying down its substantial debt load. AT&T has a dividend yield of 5.8% and an annual dividend of $1.11 per share. Intel, INTC, is a leading semiconductor company and its chips power a significant portion of the technology we use daily. The company has plans to invest billions of dollars in new capacity to keep up with rival chip makers. From 2015 to 2019, Intel returned approximately 90% of its free cash flow to shareholders. With a dividend yield of 4.8% and an annual dividend of $1.46 per share, Intel is a solid investment for those looking for reliable income. Philip Morris International, PM, sells cigarettes and smoke-free products in more than 180 countries outside the US. Despite still generating significant profits from tobacco-related products, the company is moving towards a greater focus on smoke-free products, which, while not entirely risk-free, present a lower health risk compared to cigarettes. With a dividend yield of 5.0% and an annual dividend of $5.08 per share, PM is an investment option for those seeking a steady source of income. Walgreens Boots Alliance WBA operates retail pharmacies across the US, Europe, and Asia, and was responsible for administering approximately 35 million COVID-19 vaccinations in its 2022 fiscal year. With a dividend history dating back to 1989, Walgreens Boots Alliance has a current dividend yield of 5.4% and an annual dividend of $1.92. 3M Company MMM is a St. Paul, Minnesota-based company that produces a wide range of products for both commercial and consumer use, including building materials, electronics components, orthodontics, and their most famous product, Scotch tape. They have a long history of paying dividends to shareholders, consistently doing so for over 100 years. With a 4.9% dividend yield and an annual dividend of $5.96, this company is worth considering as a source of additional income. In conclusion, investing in dividend stocks or funds can provide a steady stream of income for investors. However, it is important to note that if the shares are held in a taxable brokerage account, the income received from the dividends will be taxed. To avoid taxes, one must invest in the company's shares through a tax-advantaged account like an IRA or 401k. Before investing in dividend stocks, it is crucial to thoroughly research the company to ensure its stability and the likelihood of continued payout. Some high payout companies may be forced to decrease their payments if their business faces difficulties. Stay ahead of the game with every subscribe.